I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And today I want to talk to the morons. No, not the Mormons. I like the Mormons. I want to talk to the dipshits, the idiots, and the fools. So, 43% of America. You anti-vaccination people, or Antiva, have invented some of the worst conspiracies about the vaccine that wouldn't even make a decent plot for a Netflix movie starring Scott Baio. We are almost up to 40% of the American population vaccinated against COVID-19, but another 40% of those unvaccinated believe that the vaccine either contains a microchip, will kill 50 million, or will alter your DNA and turn you into a mindless zombie who will do what the leader of the government tells you to do.
Right here, we're going to walk down to the Capitol. Let's have trial by combat.
Yeah, that couldn't happen. Hashtag January 6, 2021. So let's take these one at a time. Bill Gates implanting a microchip in you to track or control you. This is awesome, because for this to work, there would have to be a small enough microchip invented to inject through a vaccination needle. Now, the COVID vaccination needle is a 25-gauge needle, super tiny. The only thing you can get through it is liquid or the last half drop of integrity in the Republican Party. But let's say this is possible, that this guy who invented Windows 95 and, frankly, almost crashed America in 1995 with it, has somehow come up with a Dr. Evil nanochip that not only can be injected into your system, but then can somehow link to your lower brainstem, wire itself to your nervous system, hook up to local Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, send a signal back to Bill Gates in his lair under the Washington Monument. Then this chip can somehow locate you through GPS satellites and then track you. And all of this expense and infrastructure is built. Billions invested to watch you do what? Pick up your kids from school? Go to Whole Foods? Congratulations on your self-esteem, you narcissistic hump. Conspiracy number 2, the vaccine will change your DNA. To what? The theory here is that it'll make you weaker so they can control you. You work at TJ Maxx. Control you what? Restocking last year's counterfeit Ralph Lauren polos? The government can't control themselves walking, yet they're going to control 330 million people? Okay. I wish it would change our DNA, maybe to like a thinking kind of species that can detect bullshit and face facts instead of making up insane theories because we can't seem to find enough real life to interest ourselves, or maybe invent a goal to stop making up moronic theories that actually get people killed. In summation, vaccines have been used effectively for decades and decades. They stopped polio. You ever met anybody in your neighborhood who's kind of polio-ish? Have you? Here are all the diseases that vaccines have stopped. Polio, rubella, smallpox, shingles, hepatitis, measles, mumps, and about 15 others. So get the vaccine, because the government needs you to get back to normal, to work every day, to pay taxes every day, to consume, to make this country work so they can pay for wars and for fighter planes that don't really fly. Yeah, that's right. They controlled you before the vaccine, morons. The vaccine is they can get all that control back. And let's be honest, guys. If the COVID-19 vaccine turned your skull into a cell tower and made it so your cell phone never dropped out again, I'm okay with it. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. They want to get back to control. Morons. Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. Hi, we were off a week. We were doing a show. With me as always, the lovely bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
That could be only one!
Man, did we work our butts off last
crap.
week.
Holy shit.
It doesn't feel, people I guess say, they took a week off. No, not really.
My head is still spinning.
Yeah, I woke up this morning, I told Ray, I said, I feel like I have a hangover and I'm not drinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was, so we did 12 sketches, we did an hour and a half. The show did really well. Thank you guys for who bought tickets and who laughed at it. We haven't got any negative feedback.
None. You know what was really weird? This was the first time that the majority of people watched it later. We had the most people watching Monday before it ended Monday night. I had some people at 7:00 on Monday night. It ended at 10.
Maybe because of Easter? Everyone had to...
We realized later it was Easter, and I think everybody is back to their lives, right? People are starting to, well, half of the people already were, but I don't know if those are the people watching us. But yeah, it was kind of weird that not as many people watch live, but
I think what's really cool is that even though some people are back to their lives, people still bought tickets to the show. We put on, guys, if you want to, it'll be up. Highland and I are going to re-edit it, just tighten it up a little bit, because we were literally editing the hour before the show.
Yeah.
He was running around. I was like working on stuff, adding music. I was trying to figure out George. We did another George and Gracie sketch.
We edited George and Gracie during the show. In the show, we were editing on the fly.
Show? Yes. It's good. There's a me yelling at Ray. Ray, why you keep jump that joke? Do you get that joke right? Which, by the way, it's so conducive to comedy. When someone's yelling at you, be funny, goddammit. That just doesn't seem to have the right.
I think we have that take on almost everything we shot, where there's a you fucked it up. There's one of those. There were a lot of those in editing.
There's no reason anyone should ever talk to anybody like that. I get why Svengali directors are so hated, and I mean Svengali, and not in a good way, but man, I have to be honest. I was so stressed. We kind of started late, and I apologize for being so stressed. You handled it really well.
Ken and I are push it down. Like we said that night, I create a hate diamond, and
I go wee
under pressure, and
I go
so. And the more you go,
you guys are good. You're good.
He and I, the more I can see, like you'll walk away, and I'm like.
Oh, there was a sketch, the Spice Basket Cafe sketch. I told him, I go, did you hear how she was talking to me? I go, literally, I was this close to getting stabbed.
Oh yeah. What did I say?
You were
I forget.
Okay, sure, I'll do it exactly.
You were
the
adding
way you want it.
Nuts and bolts to the throwing.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, the chair was next.
Where's the hammer? Where's the?
So we did it. Oh yeah. At one point I had to stop and go, can I finish the bit? Because I was getting hit with French fries forever.
I wanted to make sure that you had enough footage of you being hit with food.
Yeah. Oh, I got hit with
food. I threw a cup at one point. I was like, what else?
I think you iced the marinara sauce that you threw on me because it hit me in the crotch, and I was like, oh, that's cold.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's a sketch called Spice Basket Cafe. It's the second installment of Spice Basket Cafe open mic. So if you don't know, we are going to put this up for download soon once Ken is able to sit with Titus and re-edit. Which, you guys take a break. It's fine right now. But then you'll be able to see what we're talking about. Yeah, no,
because we're not working still. So we need to get this out.
Yeah.
And then Carrying Monsters will be out. And my new show will be in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Well, 2.5 weeks, really. We're gonna break in all 90 minutes of new material, or an hour of new material in 3 weeks here on the studio. So please get tickets to that. That'll be up in the next 2 days.
How many sketches in that one?
None. Oh, 0. It's me doing stand-up.
Right. So you're the entire sketch.
She's gonna do like 10, 15 minutes of new material.
Okay.
And I'm going.
I am?
Yes, you are.
I didn't volunteer for that. So I will decide if I am or not. That would be the day after I get my second vaccine shot.
Me too. No.
The 17th,
no,
right?
It's the next day. It's next week, the 24th.
High energy. It's going to be a super high energy show right after that's what I hear.
My sister's going to be here that whole week. She's coming out, and I'm going to throw her a shower.
She can be at the 24th? No, they're leaving the next week, right? They're leaving that week?
I don't know. But I will decide if I'm doing that show or not.
So it'll be Ray opening the show, and then me, because and that's how it's going to go.
That's cute.
Yeah, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. You're doing it again. You just said you weren't going to do it again, and
no,
now
I
you
didn't.
are.
I'm just joking right now.
The marinara sauce.
Do we have any left?
No.
Can you grab it?
I was joking now.
Just hand me those boxes.
I'm serious. Here's the thing. You've got to mind comedy, and the weird thing about you, and I've learned this over the years. So here's the thing with Ray.
Oh God.
No. Here's the thing with you. You don't. If I'm nice to you, justification's on the line. Tell them to hold.
Okay.
I've learned over the years with comedy. Remember the time was it Dayton when you did the Al Gore thing?
That was in Houston, Texas.
It was not in Houston.
Yes, it was. It was at the old Houston Improv, and this exchange happened behind the stage. The old one. Yes, the one with the pit.
I thought it was in Arlington, but okay.
You just said you thought it was somewhere else, and now you're saying...
you keep saying it's different, but I keep thinking it was Arlington.
It's Houston.
Okay.
Trust me, that night is burned in my brain.
It was Texas.
That was the moment I first thought I might kill you. I remember.
The date
was 2010.
That was the first night I believed it. So she did doing this Al Gore sing-song thing. She was doing her jokes like this and talking about like data.
This was in the first year of me
and I
starting
go,
comedy.
what are you doing? I go, you got great jokes and you're doing this weird Al Gore sing-songy thing. What the hell? Burst into tears. She burst into tears.
No, that's, oh my God, you don't have a good memory.
No,
of this
you don't
night.
have a good memory.
Trust me.
You burst into, you're like, don't yell at me. I'm doing my best, man.
Oh, no. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Right. Yes, that was a completely different night in Dayton in the green room. That wasn't the Al Gore night. In Dayton, I did burst into tears.
That was the Al Gore night.
No.
100%. You're wrong. I even remember the thing.
Oh, my gosh.
You don't remember. By the way, why do you think you
I know
remember,
the night you're talking about.
Why do you think you remember everything perfectly and you don't?
Because I'm the one being assaulted in these stories.
That's
so
why
it's in my memory.
So you're under stress. That's why you wouldn't remember it. So, so what happened was I told her, I said, don't cry. I go, don't cry. You don't get to cry. There's no crying in comedy. Get up there, do your job. That's all I want you to do. Goes at the next thing. I've told this story before. Blows the roof off the room. Was so mad at me, she went up with this edge and just was like, bam, 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 and blew the roof off the room. Gets off stage. She's like, see?
Dayton was the night I got off stage and I was like,
see that?
Very,
like that?
Yeah, that was
and
Dayton.
I was like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Boom. So what was the other time? There's so many of them.
Houston, I had been doing comedy. It was less than a year. I had just
Slade
started.
there that night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Slade was your real opener. Slade Ham, great comic, good longtime friend. And I had been friends with Slade and Sam Damaris and all these
Texas guys.
Texas comics, good, close friends. And I was running clubs. Now I'm a comic. And already they're not really accepting it. It's the Yoko Ono syndrome, right? Here's so
here's
cute.
the thing.
Look at how cute she is.
Here's the thing. When you run a club, you get all the respect in the world because you have the job.
Right.
And I booked. They need you to like them.
Yeah, so she had so many friends. Then when she became a comedian, all those friends died.
Except for Slade
Except for
and
Slade,
Sam.
except for the real ones,
So
yeah.
Slade is opening for him in Houston, and I'm doing time in between the two.
Right.
Oh, I thought you booked yourself as a headliner, like instantly.
No,
Oh.
tried.
no.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't even book me, so he had to just add me in between, no pay. And I went out and was doing that rhythm, that cadence thing I did a lot in the beginning, and it made you angry a lot. But I don't mean to. You know, when you started music, you're flailing, you're just trying to survive,
Sure.
and you're not in the moment.
Yep.
You're
Trying to think of all the details. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
As
it
you
takes a
get-
while for
Feeling
time
it.
to-
As
Yeah,
you
slow
get
down.
better, yes, at comedy or performance, time does slow down. I remember the first night that time slowed down for me on stage where I was actually able to be present.
Yeah.
But prior to that, you're just in your head like,
Yeah.
holy shit, holy
I
shit,
don't want
holy
to die.
shit,
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
And so that was the first like major time I did Al Gore, and they had that backstage. So the reason why we were able to have an exchange was Slade came back out. I tanked it with all my friends there, trying to prove I'm going to do comedy.
You didn't tank it.
And I stop being
You
nice
got some
now.
laughs.
Slade walks out and goes, well, at least she's pretty.
Oh my
And
God.
backstage, while that's happening, he's going, what the fuck are you doing, Al Gore? And then, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Titus. And he passes by. And I remember sitting in the green room and like the whole world was crashing down on me because all these horrible things had happened at once. And
You got two professional comedians help you? That was the horrible thing to happen at once?
then after the show, we all sat in the green room while they made fun of me and laughed hysterically.
We did.
That's year one, though.
It was so much
everybody
fun.
has a
That's
year
how
1
that
through
goes.
5.
And
Oh, I had
whether it's
brutal
band
shows.
guys, the new guy in the band gets reamed. I mean, the new comic
Does
gets
he?
reamed. And you are already touring with
Really? Or are you just agreeing?
No,
No, yeah.
No,
No,
new
he
guy.
does. He or she does,
Until
yeah.
you start. So, and you never had. You had a couple of nights with the pizza place and stuff that were rough. And
That
then,
was rough.
And then you toured with me, and we were working A clubs. So you needed those moments where we were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You needed it.
I wasn't an A comic though, and so I had some rough nights in those A clubs.
But we worked on building your callus up. We gave you little
is my favorite.
soul blisters. I call them soul blisters. We gave you soul
after
blisters.
the shows, and we've talked about this before. The other thing that I really despised was that I sucked then, and I don't suck now. So when Alpha Chick
you're
becomes
awesome.
available for
It's great.
download, Totally different.
Oh, we have 3 specials going up for download. That's right.
I sucked, but he needed me to help him sell his merch after. He didn't. He just didn't want to pay the door guy. So I would have to come out after a terrible show.
I am not.
And stand there. And he kind of makes a grand entrance to the merch table. I have to go out first and set up. So people are lining up.
I put on a fur jacket and
with a cane and walk down with a pimp.
I've got sparklers. I come out like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I make a grand entrance when I come out to sell T-shirts
With
and
your posse.
DVDs. Exactly. Yo, what's up? What's up?
So people
got a
are
Titus in the building.
lining up.
Yeah.
So people are lining up, waiting for him to come out, and I have to stand there in front of all
Refusing to
of
make
them.
eye contact with you.
That's what they did. So it's this. I'm trying to look at people like, because just buy your shit or not.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Isn't it funny having a bad set at comedy? Because that happened to me when I did it on television, and I actually I did it on at the American Comedy Awards in a banquet hall full of 1,000 comedians. I tanked way worse than that.
Oh, musicians will do it. They'll just yell at each other like on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
you'll just be like
In the middle of a song.
in the middle of the song. Like if you hit one wrong note, they'll be like back up for the mic and then yell at each other.
Wow. So
Oh, really?
I did it,
That's
and I
awful.
remember walking off stage, and this giant. It's televised.
this was after you were known, right?
Yeah,
After your
it's
show.
televised, and everybody in the wings is like this. Just comedy's the only thing where it's comedy. There's when you suck at comedy, there's something about dying at it that if people witness it, that you've become a leper. It's really the weirdest thing.
Yes, it's like-
no
it's
one
like,
just goes,
oh,
it'll
it's
be
contagious.
No one goes, it'll be better next time. They're like, wow, you're never going to be funny ever again.
It is.
Right.
Why is it like that? You're
I don't know.
exactly right. You become a leper, and instead of just
uncomfortable.
talking to you as a human being and not bringing up the show, they just won't talk at all.
I think there's a level of comic. Like now, when it does happens to me, I get off stage and I start laughing, and a comics will be like, "Dude, did you fucking see that?" And then it starts. But when you're starting out and all you worried about is getting through the show and getting some success,
Is it because comics are intense typically, and so it's not someone that you want to go up right after a bad set? And I don't know.
I think we all know what it feels. Well, comics turn away a lot, but audience members are the worst. I think
Yeah.
it's there's no redeeming. You tried to be funny and you weren't. Ew.
It's extra.
There's something
It's
extra about it.
It's like
Yeah.
that kid in class that you remember that tried to be funny, the dork, the Dennis.
Yeah.
And it's extra bad when people want to be funny and it doesn't work. It's
So
extra bad.
speaking of that, if we can talk about it, I didn't mean this to come up, but Greg, the Fox tried to do a late night comedy show with Greg Gutfeld as host.
Oh my God.
And I watched the first 6 minutes of it, and and listen, whoever gets this, Greg Gutfeld, I'm not. Greg Gutfeld wrote an op-ed about me, just to be totally transparent, when I did that Sarah Palin thing on Adam Carolla's show, op-ed, and Bill Riley wanted to have me on the show, called me a pinhead on stage, and so Greg Gutfeld, who's honestly the unfunniest human being I've ever seen. I've never seen. I have a standing offer for anybody for $20. I'll raise it to $100 to send me video of Greg Gutfeld being funny, because I know funny. I've been doing it. I know if you're funny, I'll admit it. I've never seen a guy be funny. They gave him a late night show. He sat at his desk, and the jokes. You should bring it up because the jokes are like cringeworthy's not even enough. You're like, oh my God. Like when
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
They did a thing
Yeah,
about,
trying to
remember
be
when
funny.
Brian Williams lied about the helicopter? They did a bit in 2021. That happened in 2015. They did a bit in 2021 of Brian Williams. I helicoptered to Mars. Dude, like Matt Gaetz got busted. You've got all these woke jokes you could do. You've got Trump ripping off his people for $120 million. You've got Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. There's so much you could have done that happened this week, and you went to Ryan Williams in 2015.
I know, but I don't. Having those nights so recent in my memory, I don't typically like to bag on people that are
Right.
I know how hard it is, right?
No, here's the thing. Yes, if you're
He's just really an unkind human being.
exactly, if
And
you're a nice
so-
guy, like listen, I've watched comics that I thought were great people go up and have bad sets, and I love them. I'm like, dude, that was dude. This is a new bit, whatever. But when you're an a-hole and your job is just to bag on everybody, to be negative, to be harsh, to be evil, to actually lie, which Gutfeld does all the time on his show. I don't have any sympathy for you. You're going to try comedy? Okay, fucker. That's my world. Go ahead.
When you're genuinely not a funny person
Yeah.
and you're trying to be funny, it's so cringy.
This is just a, blanket statement, and there will be outliers for it,
Yep.
but I don't often find a lot of funny conservative or Republican comics.
Because it's based in bully. It's bully comedy.
Well, especially as time goes
empathy.
on, how angry that side is becoming, and racist.
But no empathy or humanity.
Yeah. And so it's not
So
funny.
I wouldn't have been as harsh on it. I watched the first minute. In the first 6 minutes, he talks about how unfunny Jimmy Kimmel is. He talks about how
that's not
unfunny
cool.
how unfunny Stephen Colbert is.
Oh, please.
He talks about how unfunny Jimmy Fallon is.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, bro, you've cracked the door on your first monologue. Like, they ain't even gone to a bit yet.
Oh, it's a monologue where he's attacking other
He went
comics
after
and
him. Yeah,
hosts.
he talked about him being overwoke and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, first of all, they're probably not going to respond because they're better than it. But to go after Kimmel, and I mean, Fallon's just the nicest guy. He won't respond. But Kimmel and Colbert, I'd be like, dude, you just don't. Why do you poke a bear that funny? Don't poke a funny bear.
Right.
You're gonna get
To
thrashed.
me, they're all funny, but when you call Stephen Colbert not funny, it's like, okay, you just undermined all credibility you have. Like, that's something that it's undeniable.
And then continued to not be funny. Then he did a monologue, and you can see, as a comic, I can tell on a comic. So he thinks he's gonna be funny. And Gutfeld will do this smirk thing he does. He'll go, ba 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 ba, and then he does this.
Oh, punchline indicator.
Yeah, he's very, he does that. And when he did, there's a point when you watch the monologue where he goes, he's about 3 minutes in, nothing's working. The Brian Williams bit gets nothing from his people in his audience, and he gets angry and he just starts barreling
never
through
works.
stuff.
That never works.
And I was like, oh, he knows. Anyway, so I just
You know
want
what
to
you
say,
need right now? I think what we both need, because we started this podcast hot.
I did.
We need
Feels?
feels. Yes.
If I could have some CBD oil right now, I would be happy. You're right. You're
We
absolutely
should
right.
keep some here.
Yeah.
Actually, I just spit on you. Sorry, COVID.
Feels will make you not insult Greg Gutfeld.
I don't know if that's true. These statements have not been
That's a heavy
evaluated
lift, my
by the FDA.
That's going to take a lot of work. I don't know.
It's premium CBD. It's delivered directly to your doorstep. So if you already have anxiety, they're not going to make you leave to go buy the stuff to help with your anxiety.
But you may worry about it showing up fast enough, but it will.
Yeah. Oh my God, is it going to get lost in the mail? Oh my God. So make sure you don't get behind. That's the key. All you have to do is put a few drops under your tongue, and you feel the difference within just a couple of minutes. It has significantly changed my insomnia. It helps with stress, anxiety, and pain. We've had a lot of people write in and talk about how it's helping with their pain and getting off of pain meds or not taking as many. Those are all
Well, I curtailed my drinking to
Emails we've
almost
gotten.
nothing. Maybe once every month now. And I have to say this: I would get home after a tough day, and I would go to drink. And now what I do is I take some feels, and I just go if it takes about 40 minutes, and I'm like, ugh.
yeah.
And it's just I'm not high. I'm just
Yeah, I don't. It's just
takes the edge off a little bit.
Yes,
and
it
I don't mean the
does.
edge like a high edge. I mean I just find myself being calmer.
But you have
I
to
like
think of it to realize it. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I just feel better, and I just go, why do I feel?
Yeah.
Because, wait, how come I'm not living in my normal anxiety-filled hate state? Oh.
Oh, feels. So, also, if you are having anxiety about it getting to your doorstep quickly enough, they have real people on their hotline. You can call and talk to them if you have any questions. It's a natural way to help you feel better, not chemicals. There's no hangover, no addiction. So you just get a membership, and that's the easiest thing. It comes to your doorstep. You can change it, adjust it, however you use it. Join the community, get feels delivered to your door every month, and then you save money on every order. You can pause or cancel anytime you want to. Become a member and get 50% off of your first order. That's 50% off your first order if you become a member. Start feeling better with Feels. Go to feels.com/Titus. 50% off.
If they
First
keep giving
order.
you that much copy to read,
And free
we
shipping.
need to actually we need a price bump.
That's FEALS.
Oh my God, it's still not over.
.com/Titus to become a member and get 50%. It automatically gets taken off your first order with free shipping.
Is there anything more?
Feels.com/Titus.
Holy crap.
Feels.com/Titus.
Vaccinations. Let's talk. We got vaccinated. We should talk.
We got one.
We
Yep.
got our first shot. We should talk about this. The Armageddon update was all about how people are coming up with conspiracies of why they shouldn't. There's a couple of them. Bill Gates, basically the vaccine is going to kill 50 million people. That's what it's for. They said the vaccine here's what they said. The vaccine in 1918 killed 50 million people. Except we didn't have vaccines in 1918. There was no vaccine for 1918.
Oh, they're actually saying that?
Yeah, there's people that was one of the conspiracies. The disease itself worldwide, they said they think kills 50 million
But people have already gotten the vaccine. So where's this
When is it
gigantic
timed?
murder?
That's what I
When
keep
does that
saying.
happen? Is it timed?
There's no news.
Time release.
Yeah,
Murder.
Okay.
There's no news of anybody dying. There's no news of freaking weird reactions. There's no. They said that one guy died in testing. That didn't happen. And so I looked it all up. So I started looking at it, and the biggest one, the one makes me laugh, and I kept thinking. I always ask people why. Okay, what's the end game of that conspiracy? The conspiracy is Bill Gates has invented a vaccine with a microchip in it that they will shoot into you, and the microchip will be able to track you, and they'll be able to control you in some way.
Right.
And I started to think. So just think every time you go down a conspiracy road, you have to think, how would that happen? Okay. So first of all, the needle is the tiniest ass needle. So the microchip would have to be literally alien technology.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, now they have a rice grain size RFID chip that they can put in people, and they use for dogs and stuff. But to actually put
but that's
This
huge.
needle that they put in your arm is one of those. This is the tiniest gauge needle. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, thank God." Okay.
right, exactly. I bumped into doors that hurt more than this.
Yeah.
So let's say, okay, so they're gonna put this nanotechnology robot that then once they inject in you to control you, they have to it goes through your bloodstream and connects to your nervous system in some way so they can control you,
Like inner space? Like a little like
yeah.
ship goes through?
We're all getting injected with Martin
with
Short.
Martin Short. Yes.
He's gonna fly through.
Is this a movie reference?
Oh my
Yes.
God, yes.
What is it?
Dennis Quaid, Martin Short, Inner Space.
It's called Inner Fart.
And
And it's
If you don't know what he's talking about,
it'll
be
be up
watching
soon.
for the download.
So basically Martin Short got injected. It was supposed to be Dennis Quaid was injected. No, they got two of them. No, Dennis Quaid got injected in a tiny little microscopic spaceship into the wrong person. They were gonna and he got injected into goofy Martin Short, and they could control him. Maybe that's where all this conspiracy.
This is where it came
This
from.
is weird.
This
I
is-
didn't even think about this. So that's now supposed to go to your nervous system. Then this microchip, this nanotechnology microchip that's smaller than almost like a cell, like an atom, then hooks up somehow to your nervous system to control you. Or it has a Bluetooth Wi-Fi system in it that can actually connect to Bluetooth and or Wi-Fi to connect to a GPS satellite so they can track you. Okay, let's say that all that's true. Why? Like for what exact reason would anyone give a shit? You're a roofer.
yeah.
You sell meth on Saturdays and no one cares.
What's Grandma Jean going to be doing?
yeah, exactly.
She gonna be
I just never understood what's your end game on the conspiracy. What's the government going to do? They keep saying it's going to control you. So I started thinking about it, and this ended up in the Armageddon. No. They giving you the vaccine so you can get back to work and pay taxes.
I was just going to say,
They-
our value to them is not dead.
They were controlling you already.
That's
That's
exactly
the control. Exactly.
Yeah, PlayStation.
You're already
fucking
controlled.
controls you.
Yeah.
all the people that said COVID
Xbox.
and quarantine and lockdown and all that was control. No, what we used to do was control.
Right.
This is them going, shit, we
Yeah.
got to get them back to work.
You have to be at work at 9:00. You have to stay till 6. You get an hour for lunch. You actually get the 36% of your money taken out of your paycheck every week.
Yep.
Yeah, motherfucker, that's control.
Right.
Your car payment shows up or they take your car. That's control. It just made me laugh.
So, Wall Street Journal published an article, and there's a bunch of outlets that have, but our intelligence community, even beginning under Trump and now under Biden, has published a report that Russian propaganda is aiming specifically at undermining people's trust in the vaccine.
Right. Why?
And why? Why?
Because then we get sick and die. The more it's the same. It's
More disruption.
Yes, it's also the same thing that they shoot in the battlefield. They didn't design weapons to kill people instantly. They designed them to wound them. So it takes two guys. Now you got one guy's got to take care of him, the other guy's got to protect him. That's three guys you're taking out instead of one.
Well,
So-
for example, if you look at some of the claims, like my stepmother is refusing to take it. She reads a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. My sister hasn't taken it yet. She's waiting because she thinks it was rushed through testing. And one of the specific propaganda,
Russia testing.
what's the word?
Conspiracy theories,
No, what's the word? Like
propaganda,
sure.
memes, injections.
Campaigns.
Campaign.
Is specifically aimed at
Just try. I have a lot of words. I'll say them.
campaign at saying that Pfizer specifically was rushed through the approval process. So you can go and look what this Intel report says that they're putting out there. And then I can tell you that several of my family members have said those exact things to me.
Then why don't they just do it with the flu vaccine? Why all of a sudden with this one? You could do that
Because-
any way.
Right.
Well, because this is a worldwide. Well, the flu
Put it in the
vaccine-
polio
flu
vaccine.
va-
Put it in the.
I have never gotten a flu vaccine because it's live virus, and I know people that have gotten sick. I actually know people that got the flu virus and the vaccine, and they may have already had the flu and before it hit, but they got it. So I just come in like, I'll let my immune system build. That's probably bad. This is a deadly virus, and I always said people go, if you're worried about getting the vaccine, you're going to be a lot more worried about a tube shoved down your throat and on life support. Oh, also the bill that the hospital that is going to come with that. That's probably going to worry
That's going to kill you.
if you survive. That's going to worry you, and you're going to survive with 80% lung capacity or less. So the reason they're doing this is because they want to continue to disrupt America. The longer this takes, the slower our economy is going to
The
grow.
weaker we become.
Yeah, the week
Right,
become.
right. So they were saying that right now with Biden, with the COVID relief and the budget, the people that do the stock market, they said the growth projection people said that continuing at this
Financial
level,
analysts?
whatever.
Campaign.
Let's all help each other with
Do you
words today.
mind?
This is awesome. No, it's good.
This is our circle. We'll
Trust
help
circle.
It's a
Just
trust
little words, a
circle.
lot of vocabulary. So they're saying that if Biden continues at this rate, we'll have a 6.4% GDP this next year in growth. That's insane. 6% is insane. If the infrastructure bill hits, it may be bigger. If people don't get the vaccine and we get a fourth wave, it's going to drop in half. Of course, Russia wants us to not get the vaccine. And here's what
Trump sowed so much mistrust.
Right,
And
but he got the vaccine.
Really, I know, but didn't tell anyone. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's how you know that he knows
Right.
what he's doing.
Right.
Some people, we've been on here and gone back and forth. Does he know what he's doing, or is he just that asshole evil guy that just does it and doesn't realize what's going to happen? He knows.
Yep.
He hid it from all these people. He thinks they're dumb, and he knows that he can mislead them easily.
I think he mostly knows.
Yeah.
But saying
he's also
injecting
dumb,
bleach.
but he's like a
he's an idiot.
Yeah.
But he's a grifter guy. He's
Yeah.
not. He's not like a genius. He's not. I wouldn't call him a supervillain.
No.
He's just a grifter.
He knows that by using that this virus could be used as a tool to sow even greater division between the two parties. And he was right. He made masks political. I mean, what?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
so confused. Do you go have surgery or go to the dentist and let him not wear a mask, or her?
Right.
Yeah,
No.
but not even that. But can I say this? We talked about this the other day. It was over a year. Ray and I got off the road. We were in Florida when this hit, when it started getting serious. We got off the road. We came back that March. We've been home. I've been home or the studio, pretty much.
Yeah.
We had I wore masks everywhere. We actually sprayed the studio every time we had a show, and we only had like less than 18 people. We sprayed the studio with disinfectant, the virus killer, the COVID and viral shield, and zero. We had
I burned my hands to the bone.
Yeah. But think about this.
But we followed every. You've actually washed your hands to.
So we've done maybe 15 shows here in the last year, and shot an entire episode of television, which means we were here for 2 weeks. 2 episodes. We were here for 2 weeks with crew getting ready for that, and actors. And the actors, we had them tested. They were performing without masks on. They were working without masks
And
on.
viral shield every day.
have never, from all these shows, it's pretty crazy, had anyone get sick.
And all we did was follow the rules and wear
Yeah.
masks. And,
Yeah.
and that people say it didn't work. Those people got sick. And how many videos we have 1,000 of these videos. I've seen them on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter where like, man, I should have listened. If I'd have just worn a mask. From the guy, he's like, boop, boop, machines are beeping. I don't have any of these. Man, I wore a mask every day, and I got sick.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of those.
Another way that we really helped combat it was by, trying to get sleep, eating well, and staying hydrated. And so the way that we did that was with liquid IV.
Without liquid IV, I don't know if we'd have made it through. Every time, even this morning, so we had their vaccine. I've had a little bit of like a up and down with it. Like my temperature's not going above, I went to 99, but that was
grade.
it.
It's
a little
icky
bit.
Is what it feels like.
It's a little bit like you got a tiny cold.
Yeah.
And we're not to the second one yet. Liquid IV, every time I've down one of them, by the way, just to point out to everyone on camera, this is
I saw that. I'm like,
right now.
That's the energy multiplier.
But it's because it's 1.5 liters. I did energy multiplier and a normal one.
Multiplier.
Because my head hurt.
You really faithfully, religiously
this
use
is liquid
IV
IV cubed is what this is.
I do too, but not, you really, it's like clockwork. Every night before bed, you make a liquid IV. It's like,
make 2 actually.
I've been using the immune support one with vitamin C, the tangerine one. I love that one. I think it's a great time to be using that.
Watermelon.
Okay, strawberry's the best.
Watermelon.
Okay, but strawberry's still the best by far. I reach in and I'm always so happy that we have strawberry. It's so good.
I like the lemon
You guys
lime, too.
have to try strawberry.
So guys, what this thing does is that it just replaces a lot of electrolytes. It's not like Gatorade. Vitamins, minerals. Ray's got the list of it, but honestly, I've never had anything that water's works. Water's fine. Liquid IV puts stuff in that water doesn't have, and every time my headache goes away, I feel better. My energy comes back, and I don't want to eat as much.
No, it takes away your hunger cravings. You don't realize you were just hungry. It's like if you're working out a lot, if you're outside, it's getting hot again. If you are hungover, you can preempt a hangover or you can fix it the next day. Headaches, all of that.
If you put on a big sketch show,
yes.
you're going to need a lot.
Yeah, and you're dying.
Yes.
Because you've been up 18 hours.
Well, I will tell you, after the sketch show, we had some friends here, and Shauna brought Fireball, which I don't ever, and brought a shot up before
What is
the
that?
show started. It's cinnamon, right? Whiskey.
It's like hot
and you shoot it.
drunk Christmas morning is what it is.
like
Yeah.
like Christmas moonshine.
It burns going down. Yes, it's cinnamon. It would make your breath better, and eat the lining out of your stomach.
Oh, okay. So good, yeah.
So she came up before the show even started, like, here, guys, like the evil, helper. or
Betty
whatever.
Crocker.
Yes, Betty Crocker. I was trying to think
It
of
tastes like cinnamon.
Donna Reed was what I was trying to think
By the way,
of.
it's not Christmas, but you're gonna think it after you drink it.
He kept saying, it tastes like warm Christmas. That's what he kept saying because he doesn't drink.
I've never had it. First time.
So the one I was talking about, it's the liquid IV hydration multiplier plus immune support. That's the one that I've been drinking because of everything that's going on. So that's out now. You can get it in bulk at Costco. Used to, you could just get the lemon lime one there. And you get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code Titus at checkout. It's a killer deal. It's still already so affordable. This stuff will change your life. This stuff it's that good. I stand behind this product.
I stand behind this product, and it makes my life better. It just makes me feel better. It really does.
Well, my point being, after that night, and then Shauna was making me drinks while we were on stage, and then she slept over. We had a slumber party, and I went home and pounded a liquid IV, and then woke up the next morning and had one because I didn't feel well.
Yeah. They
So.
took it away.
Anyway, promo code Titus, you get 25% off anything you want off of the website by getting better hydration
I have
today.
to put this bit in. I have to write something that I said for my next show.
What?
One of the bits I'm going to do is I'm writing a bit about how we're all worried. People are worried. Conspiracies are worried about the government's going to control you. And if you break down our government, it already controls.
Oh, yeah.
Like when everything's going well, that's when you're being the most controlled. No, take the weekend. Take your boat. Take the weekend. But motherfucker, you work on Monday.
Yeah, coming right back.
But also, we're going to hand you a list this thick of things that if you do, we're going to make you give us money or we're going to lock you up. So there's that.
You need a license for that boat.
Right.
You need to pay that fee, that parking fee. You need the
Oh, you got to pay taxes on it annually. Oh, okay.
When did you think control was going to happen?
That's what I got today.
It's already, it's everywhere.
I was over there. I'm like, guys, we've been out of control for a year. We've been like, what are you doing? I stay home and watch TV. That's not control.
More control. What more control?
Do you know what's odd is that when we are actually being controlled, that's when shootings start. When we're out of control the last year, we didn't have them.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that's another conspiracy, though. The new conspiracy on that is, Biden wants to take your guns, so the shooting started because he got elected president. No, we were locked in our homes. It's.
But also, Obama was in office for 8 years, and Clinton was in there. Nobody's ever taken your guns. Nobody's taking your guns. We would. Okay.
But we have a lot of stuff to talk
I don't know
about.
why I try and rationalize.
No, we've only talked about this for 12 years.
And I'm so tired of hearing God-given constitutional rights. God did not give you the Constitution.
No. Jesus walked around with a Glock on his hip.
No.
Yes.
He didn't.
Yes. I will.
I will give you spear or slingshot.
He had a gun. He had a full-on, man, 16 bullets in the clip Glock, man. Jesus didn't play.
Okay.
He didn't play, man, I remember he said he will bullet rape the heretics. That's in the Bible.
He had 12 in his posse.
Yeah, man.
12 in his gang.
Yeah.
Rolling strong.
Strapped.
Yeah.
The apostles were strapped.
Go on.
But that's the thing is that everything everybody says is ridiculous, and then you call them on it, and the next thing is like, fuck you, man, you socialist. Oh, and I thought of this too. They keep talking about the woke lawyer, by the way, one of the funniest. It was just such a funny bit.
We did a sketch called Woke Lawyer.
Yeah. But what's funny to me is that these people make stuff up all the time in these conspiracies that go nowhere. No one's ever taken your guns. They can't. As I said before, they can't take your guns because you have guns.
Right.
Now, they may make it so you have to register that gun. You'll still have it, though.
You mean like your boat?
Yeah, or your car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think in other super right-wing countries, they did take guns.
They take them right
in
away.
Super right-wing countries.
Yes, they do. Can't have one. Illegal. Russia's one of them.
Yes.
Russia was like working on the NRA, but you can't have a gun in Russia.
Was working what?
Well, they were working with the NRA. Butina and stuff was working with the NRA.
Right. Yes.
So everything, I think we need to deal with Putin. We got to deal with him. We have to deal with him.
You get on that. I'm gonna go on vacation to Tahiti. I'll be floating on a raft in the ocean while you're dealing with Putin.
No, we, not me and him. The government. What are we gonna
Do you notice how he just added you in? Hold on.
I said we.
Hey, are you committed to this job or not?
Yeah.
We're going to get Putin.
All right, man. We're going to Russia. Me and you. Yeah.
Sleep.
Just get your COVID shot. Now I got you.
Mitch McConnell, it's amazing what's going on. So you guys, since also what happened was that because of the voter suppression laws in Georgia, the Major League Baseball pulled out of the All-Star game.
Yep.
And did you see the stadium in Atlanta? They had pictures of 2021 All-Star game. They were like, yeah, no. And they moved it to Denver.
I love Denver. Also,
Nice.
Delta finally made a statement. Coca-Cola made a statement against who else? Did Affleck?
A bunch of Affleck, but a bunch of companies came forward, and then Mitch McConnell was like, "I just want everybody to know you corporations don't need to get involved in politics."
Hold on,
Straight
Mr.
out of politics.
McConnell.
Yes.
Citizens United, you backed, and you were the one that
corporations are people.
Yes,
And they
corporations
They
are-
should be able to vote with their money, and they should actually have a say in government.
correct.
But they need to shut up now.
But why?
Well, it seems to be that these corporations have taken it on themselves to disagree with us.
Oh, so you want them to vote with their money and be people as long as they agree with your agenda?
Frankly, I'd like them to shut the fuck up and send a check.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Mitch McConnell is now the corporation's ex-wife.
No. Yeah, you're going to be in trouble waiting for that check, Mitch.
So the funny thing is that, isn't it? I've never seen a guy more obvious about his hypocrisy than
It's
Mitch McConnell.
ridiculous.
Like,
Right.
we film you, right, bro? Like,
Yeah.
we film you. We have recordings of you saying this. We have letters. We have statements. We have bills that you've written. And then you just go.
that are named after him.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't it like McConnell versus?
You shouldn't be getting involved in politics.
I'll be damned. Affleck did make a statement. I'm only interested in this because my mom was a second VP there, and my dad was a jet pilot with them
Flying a
for
corporate jet.
25 years.
Yep.
He flew the CEO, Dan Amos. You know what's really interesting now that I'm older and I'm thinking about it? He flew politicians all the time.
Yep.
He flew Margaret Thatcher.
John McCain.
He flew John McCain. He flew Neil Armstrong. I don't know why.
Because Affleck would have them speak at conventions and
He
stuff.
flew James Carville, which that's a weird one, right?
Yep.
That's kind of opposite.
Well, no, it's not. See, the smartest corporations make sure that whoever's in power, they have them close. So, I mean, I would say smartest or most corrupt, maybe. But so they, you play both sides. I mean, Mitch McConnell said that. He goes, "Oh, they give everybody money." Yeah, but they gave you a lot more.
It's interesting now that I'm thinking, wait, why would an insurance company be using their jets to fly? Okay.
Marketing.
They did, it's lobbying and things. They did issue a statement against it. Coca-Cola, Delta, and Home Depot also. And so they're standing on the side of fairness is what they said.
Well, it's off. They're not standing on the side of fairness. They're standing on the side of commerce. Black people spend a shitload of
saving
money.
face.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fairness. Yeah.
Also,
They actually sat down and go, well, how many black people shop at Walmart? I'm sorry, 80% of them? Okay. How many white people shop at Walmart? 80% of them? Fuck. All right, we can't.
Also, since then, Kemp, the governor of Georgia, has doubled down
Yeah, boy.
and said he's not backing.
You
down
seen
at
my
all.
truck and my guns. Here's my dog. Why are you should be running stuff? Because I got a truck and a gun.
He said, "We're not afraid of Stacey Abrams," and everyone was like, "Nobody brought up Stacey Abrams.
Well,
You
Stacey Abrams
just
didn't.
brought
So you're afraid
her
of Stacey Abrams? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
That's basically
Exactly.
nobody. We were talking about voting rights.
And
you
Delta.
said, "Yeah,
Stacey Abrams doesn't work for
Hold
Delta
on.
or Coca-Cola.
okay."
Don't protest too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Stacey Abrams, I don't dream about her. I don't walk the world in fear of Stacey Abrams at all. Dude, no one brought.
Very
What do you?
odd.
Dude, no one brought up Stacey Abrams. By the way, here's your latte. What are you talking about, Brian Kemp?
So yeah, they're all doubling down, and we also haven't talked about Matt Gaetz, which is so delicious. Only because he's an asshole, and it's not delicious that he messed with younger women, young girls. That's not okay. But that he's going to be caught for it, that's delicious.
I thought about this. I thought I am so happy that this guy is getting caught for what he did. I'm really angry about what he did.
Yes.
Also,
and I'm angry that he's been pointing the fingers at all Democrats,
Of
saying
course,
that
yeah.
we all do this. And the whole time he was doing that, he was doing this
Again.
in the background, giving them ecstasy and rolling with these
Again,
girls
nobody brought
in
it
a
up.
hotel
Nobody brought that up.
room.
What is-
And
Right.
And
Yeah.
the dude that his buddy was like a tax collector and thing, they were running a freaking
Joel Greenberg.
They were running a trafficking ring of young girls, and they slept with. They were setting up young girls. I mean, that's what the investigation is right now. I mean, there's no conviction, but they were stealing IDs out of the people, turning their IDs in at the DMV and redoing them.
Matt Gaetz.
They have video of Matt Gaetz and him
This
doing
guy
that.
was
Wow.
elected. Joel
Wow.
Greenberg was elected tax assessor for, I think, Seminole County.
Right.
But he now has 33 federal indictments against him for a whole range of things.
33.
I mean, he got in office and went nuts. We were watching like, holy crap. Like at least with some of these other corrupt politicians, there's a little here, a little there.
Yeah.
This dude got in office and went gangbusters.
He got the corruption list and just checked it off.
on the first day.
Yeah, he was he
So
actually
it
changed
was through
laws.
that investigation that they found evidence when they seized all this evidence in his home, that Matt Gaetz was involved in it.
Holy shit.
Then they started an investigation against Matt Gaetz.
Under
Speaking
Trump.
like how you said they don't like facts.
Yeah.
So now Matt Gaetz he's unraveling on his Twitter feed. He's saying that it's, the liberal left, Biden's DOJ. Actually, Trump's William Barr's DOJ started the investigation against him 2 months before Trump left office.
Oh.
And it was serious enough that William Barr canceled social events if he found out Matt Gaetz was going to be there.
The dude, if there was a party or something to do and Matt Gaetz was going to be there, Bill Barr wouldn't show up because he didn't want to taint the investigation at all. That's how bad it was. And Bill Barr protected Trump.
It was his investigation.
So this guy, supposedly Matt Gaetz was sleeping with 17-year-old girls, was getting them plane tickets.
At least one underage.
Yeah, but they said they have her as a witness.
He paid for hook. He was using them as prostitutes, crossing them over, flying them in over state lines. But he paid for them on a Cash App, on Venmo and Apple Pay and.
Taxes, you gotta file your taxes.
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
you gotta keep track of your expenses.
Listen, if you're using it to help, if you're trafficking underage girls to other politicians, that's a tax write-off. That's a business expense.
Right.
I'm guessing, right, Matt Gaetz?
I'm saying, and
his accountant's like, what is all this?
I put it right there in the 4 line.
And why is it listed? Why is it listed under Brittany? what are all these Brittany charges?
Hold the Matt Gaetz thought, because this is just too delicious. We really need to hang on that. But I'm thinking that when he does get arrested and go to prison, he's going to need to get rid of that hair that he has, the Bob's Big Boy, because he's going to be very popular in prison. And if he wanted to do that before he goes to prison, he would use Harry's.
You got to shave that off. Yeah,
you got to shave it off.
And the only way to do that is with a Harry's razor, I say.
There is no other
I like
way.
that you're just kind of slipping them
Ambush advertising, baby. Let's go.
Ambush advertising.
We were off for a week. We got to
catch
roll
up.
them in.
We don't ask you to Patreon the podcast. We got to pay for something.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say this: Harry's razors, the new blades that they started doing like a year ago. Oh,
didn't know
so
I
good.
could love something more than the old ones.
Right?
Love even more.
Yep.
It's just
I currently smell like the body wash because that's what I used this morning. All right.
You did. You use Redwood body wash. Love that stuff. Love the peppermint face scrub. I love the shave gel. I love all. I haven't. The soap you like too. I haven't found a product that I don't like. They're doing shampoo now.
No,
we
not
haven't
yet.
tried.
Oh, I just started using their deodorant. Can you smell
what
it?
is. That's their newest thing.
Yeah.
They're doing deodorant now.
Yep.
Did you order it or did you buy it?
No, I saw
in
it.
a
I saw
store?
it at the store. I had one that was like, had flowers on it, and I was like, I don't know if this is my style.
Yes, it was.
And then I saw, I'm like,
Yes,
oh,
it
Harry's.
was.
I'll take that instead. Okay.
You like it?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, of course it is. All their products are awesome. I was thinking yesterday you brought up.
I don't stop using a deodorant, by the way, until it's ripping a hole in my arm
Me
with the
too.
plastic.
And then I still keep going. It's just a nub.
I didn't know they had Harry's deodorant. I want it. I want to get it.
That's the new email I just got. I
Okay.
just saw that, my personal email, not the ad email, because I use their products. They email.
But
me all
people,
the
like
time.
we've had this company with us for a long time. Just let me just do a blanket. The razors are kick ass.
Yep.
Every body wash I have, Ray loves it when it's on me. Everything they give us is great. The shaving cream gels. Like, this is a company that puts its time and effort into making good products. It's so good because I think we got so used to over the years Johnson & Johnson and all these companies putting crap in their products. Cheaper, more chemicals.
Yeah.
Carries less chemicals. It's all great. It smells good. And now they have deodorant. I didn't know that.
And they have a 100% money back guarantee
Right.
on Harrys.com because they stand by their products because they know you're not going to send it back. For a limited time, they've made their exclusive offer even better for listeners of this show. New customers get a special offer and a Harry's starter set and body wash at harrys.com/bombshell. BOMB.
So glad. We're so glad.
SH.
We're so glad
ELL.
that you have the code now.
You'll get a 5-blade razor, the weighted Truman handle, foaming shave gel, travel blade cover, and the travel size body wash. Never a better time than to try Harry's. If you haven't tried it, what the hell is wrong with you? Go to harrys.com/bombshell.
COVID's going to be over pretty quick, and you're going to need to smell decent again. It's going to be.
Oh,
so
that's
you're
what
gonna
you got deodorant.
You're going to have to defunkify because you're going to have to start being in public again.
Ken's like, it's almost time for me.
Yeah.
We had.
I need to be presentable.
It was so
soon.
good. We had friends.
He's into it.
We had friends come to the show. We had like 6 people come to the show the other night because it was we was all pre-taped, so it was fun to watch. And Jen came in and friends, and I hugged Bay, and it was so
Jen
good.
came in. She was like, "I'm fully vaccinated. Hug me."
Yeah, that's what Jen lives in the world.
Yeah.
But like Bay was here, and some of our friends that are just awesome, and it was so good to be to Bob Mustachio. By the way, Bob Mustachio, I have to tell him he was right. I thought we only got 600,000 jobs last month. It was 900,000 jobs.
You guys were talking,
and I
about
argued
that.
about him. I just what's weird is that so Q. Oh, can we talk about this?
What
So I
now?
watched the HBO. Well, I watched the HBO thing that's called Q, the search for Q.
Oh yeah.
How was it?
I missed the very
Q,
last one.
by the way,
It's a series.
Wait, are you going to spoiler alert? I
I
don't think you should.
Oh man, I have to talk about it. Don't I have to talk about it?
I think it's about a conspiracy website.
If you don't want to know, this is going to be a spoiler alert. Pause the next.
But it's
or-
the funny. It's pause for
What, not pause. What's the
just fast forward.
silence? Mute. Help
wow.
me. Help me.
What happened to us
tired.
today? So basically, there's this dad and his son. His son, right? It's his son, and
Dennis.
the kid's half Asian, so he's a mixed race kid. He's like 39. Very, very Dennis. Very Dennis. Very twitchy and like he has. If someone pointed on Twitter, great to play poker with him because he's got so many tells. And he's been lying. The reporter, I don't know his name, kept going back to lives in Japan. Started this site called 8chan, and then he
8chan,
changed it to 8kun. There's also a disabled guy who was really smart who Fred. Yeah, Fred had this thing where it was, like they were doing all this stuff, and there was all these Nazis were posting after shootings and stuff, and he was like, I can't do this anymore. So they became rivals. So the funny thing to me is,
He
and you
felt
should watch it.
responsible for the shootings.
Yeah.
Because those crazy people were
Talking,
posting
yeah.
on 8chan.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
And they've trashed him. So all I'm going to say is this. To all you white supremacists out there
That
who
are not listening to the
who
show.
actually believed in Q, but this is funny. Q was a mixed race Asian dude who trolled you and owned you for about 6 years.
Who's like,
No shit.
who's like 20 years
and
old or
he's
something?
definitely, yeah, oh yeah.
And that guy,
He's 26
clearly
years
a virgin and will be for a long time.
So he's like an unfunny Colbert type who was like pretending to be a Republican.
No, he's
No,
honestly,
he is nutty.
honestly, I feel kind of sorry for him because, but he's one of those. He's very Dennis in the sense that very full of himself
Yes.
about what he was doing. But when you see, and at the end, the last thing he put was after Biden got elected, he was like, "Guys, it was fun while it lasted. Try to find a way to get through with your life." This is Q posted this. Try to find a way to get through with your life, and be happy about the friends you made during this. And then he signed it his sign off Code Monkey. He was the admin for the site. He was the admin for the site. And
But they're not acknowledging that. There's no acknowledgement by Q.
Even though he's
He
saying
started
this was
it.
all-
He kind of came out and said it was a game and I'm done.
It's bullshit.
But they're still charging forward. as
yeah,
though-
they got owned by this. All these white supremacists got owned by this mixed race Asian kid. It's so I'm
Holy
like, it's the funniest. I can't stop laughing about it. I just giggle sometimes, like, you guys are morons. Maybe laugh. It's awesome. It's awesome.
So weird. Everything. This has been such a busy time,
did
chaotic
ruin-
time. News is happening like that.
Right.
My sister's getting married.
Yeah.
We're doing shows that we killed ourselves doing. My sister is on her way out. She and her soon-to-be husband are
they
going-
driving?
Yeah, they're going to the border first because for his job he has to go to the border. Then they're coming here, and I'm throwing her a shower
Is he
next week.
Is he picking up heroin from the cartels? I'm just asking.
And children.
I don't know.
And kids, yes. We're going to adopt 5. So I'm
them in the
throwing her a
backyard.
shower, and I'm trying to come up with some food ideas because I don't want to pay for catering and stuff. And so I was texting my
Long
brother
setup.
today.
I sense another setup.
But
and
no,
what?
come on. You don't sense it.
I think we see this one coming.
Yeah.
I was texting my brother today, and he's on a stakeout. he's doing surveillance in his car, trying to not look like a cop, which isn't possible.
It's almost impossible for him to not.
And I was getting a chicken recipe from him actually, and so
I thought you were
now
going to say steak.
I have to. Oh, he was on a stakeout. That's what you would have done because
Very
you're the king of
nice,
puns.
very nice.
And stakeout.
And you know what? He wasn't chicken about it.
I need.
Boom.
Yeah, but
He's bringing the sauce.
You're baking me crazy right now. Seriously, you're both baking me crazy.
Bacon crazy. Wow. Okay.
So it's.
I'm going to put a flag. I'm going to put a yellow card on that one. So, can I say this about last week? So, had we had this HelloFresh, right?
ButcherBox.
ButcherBox. Do we have the other one too? See, ButcherBox saves us.
Cut this part out.
Yep. ButcherBox saves us every week. Because we're here, we're working, we're writing. I don't get home to 7, and thank God that was always. It's not like you have to go.
But you don't come till 4, so it's.
You come to at home. I'll come here till 4.
Just stop in and say hello.
Creating. Ken, I've been up since 10.
You said it like an iron worker. I come home at 7.
Yeah, I did get here.
I got it at 6:59.
But I was working at home at 10. Thank you, COVID. But ButcherBox, we always have good stuff available
Good
all
quality,
the time. Yes.
Clean, yeah.
Yes.
100% grass-fed finished beef, free-range organic chicken, heritage breed pork, wild-caught salmon. Hard to find all those in the grocery store lately. I don't know why. Even Whole Foods today was sold out.
Of meat?
Yeah, of like the free range organic, like that's gone. I don't know. So that's why I'm glad we have ButcherBox. I was trying to order extra and it wasn't happening. So anyway, no added antibiotics or hormones ever. Each box is 9 to 11 pounds of meat, which is like 24 meals for an individual. Packed fresh, shipped frozen. You can customize it. They have an insane amount of products on their website now. Cuts of meat, seafood that, lobster will become available. It's gone really fast.
I'll say it again. Pay attention, because if you're into when you get on ButcherBox, look at it like every couple of days just to see what they have, because you'll be happy. But it goes fast. A good lobster or something.
And then we'll get emails like, you guys said there was going to be. Well, it sells out. It's that good.
Right.
So, and it's so much more affordable doing it this way. You can afford the better stuff if you go through ButcherBox. And going to Whole Foods and buying it you might as well just.
Yeah, sell your car.
Sell your car to buy meat. So for the limited time, ButcherBox is offering new members a free essentials bundle in their first box. This is a new one. Check this out.
What are the essentials?
3 pounds of chicken breast, 2 pounds of pork chops, and 2 pounds of ground beef, all for free in your first box. I don't know how they do this, is what I'm saying.
You know why? Because they're selling so much stuff because of the Titus podcast. The Armageddon update.
Just go to butcherbox.com/Titus. Just go to butcherbox.com/Titus to get that free essentials bundle in your first box. When you do that, it lands on the page and you automatically get that discount.
Awesome. That's good.
This
man.
is the quality of this company.
That's what
really
I like.
high.
Man, it's weird. We have gotten. It's weird. I just got something about online buying. You have to have quality, or else people stop instantly. It's not like a store.
Yeah, you can't get away with it.
You can get tricked into a store, like a nice store. You can get tricked into buying stuff at a nice
ambiance,
store.
a greeter.
But you can't get tripped by a cardboard box in front of your house.
There's no greeter there.
Yeah, exactly. No greeter. No one brought you. Yeah, right. Exactly.
You can't smell it.
No one helping you. No one's selling.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that interesting. I just got that brick and mortar stores going away because of the internet has made people have to have a quality
Higher
product.
quality.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's true,
That's
That's the only exchange. That's
a bonus. That is a bonus.
Right. If you think about the companies that we have chosen to work with, it's all like next level quality for whatever it is that they do.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they can't bullshit you. You get it, you like it or you don't, and unless you won't order it again if you don't like it.
Right.
But they could put all that money, all that effort into the product instead of all the brick and mortar expenses.
Right.
So it could just be purely
going into
quality control.
And that's how nobody was employed in America.
Well, no, they would have to employ people as they got busier. They would get a warehouse and production and
mail, people that send orders out.
It's going to change the landscape of employment.
That's what I like about the infrastructure plan. Like, he's talking about. So Biden came out today and he talked about his infrastructure plan. This is Wednesday, and he's just breaking it down. Like, this is shit. He's not saying let's build the same shit again. We need more oil wells. He's saying no. We're going to get rid of oil wells. We're going to get rid of all this stuff. We're going to actually put houses are going to be solar, a broadband countrywide, the best in the world.
It's not just for a wall.
Just no wall.
Okay.
No wall.
No walls in there.
No, because planes fly over
where
walls.
2/3 of that money gets diverted anyway to Steve Bannon's
It's not going to Steve
pocket,
Bannon.
so that then you can pardon him. No,
okay.
we're not doing
No,
that.
not doing that. No, we're not doing that.
okay.
This Biden seems to have this like I'm going to follow the rule, guys. And so he was going through broadband. He was going through childcare. He was saying it's all infrastructure, and he's right. If you can actually figure out a way with healthcare and childcare to help people, moms, nets can work more. People can make more money. If they figure it out. Broadband, so education can actually be so much better. As I always say, education is national security, and they need to start approaching it like that, because if we don't have education, what's going to happen is we're just going to be the dumb country, which we kind of became. We're 85th in infrastructure.
We have insurrections if we don't have education.
Yeah, people attack the Capitol.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a building, dipshits. What are you doing?
With an old band flag.
Yeah, with a flag from some people who lost 100 years ago. So and he was just talking about it, bridges replaced, roads replaced, high-speed rail. If this really happens, it will be like after World War II when we had the interstate highway system, and I think it's awesome. Imagine everybody getting their electricity from the solar panels on their house. Now the utilities are going to hate it. Kamala Harris did something weird today. It kind of freaked me out. She goes, "We're not going to have wars over oil anymore. It's going to be wars about water." And I just went, "Brr, what? Like, what's going on there? What don't I know?"
I heard today randomly that, we've lived through a lot of shortages now because of COVID, toilet paper, all paper products, meat, flour. You couldn't get flour in the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, there was weird stuff you
anywhere.
couldn't get.
Ketchup packets. We're in a ketchup packet shortage
Pennies?
because because restaurants are doing takeout, and also because when you do have people in the restaurant, you can't have those shared bottles anymore.
Right.
And so
packets are crazy, and people are asking for more. Can you put extra ketchup in that so everybody's getting delivered food? Ketchup.
So I'm going to eBay all
I'm
my
not a
packets that I have.
Yes.
Exactly.
Put them up on Craigslist.
Those
Collect
years
your
of
ketchup
you
packets.
going
Like,
into fast food places and stealing the packets are going to pay off.
I got the Heinz. I got
I got a
Ketchup.
dude. I got 2 97 Carl's Juniors that are
You got a 97?
Pristy. Yeah.
You open up, peel it open. Oh, that's a
Ketchup sommelier. Oh my God, no! Is it 2,000 Mickey D's?
Wait, we get ketchup and cheese party later.
Speaking of that, they should have to-go packets of Truff hot sauce.
hell yeah.
So that we can take it on the road.
This is not. I know you're not. I know you're going into an ad. I'm dead serious.
I am too.
There should be the Truff needs to hook up with somebody and actually have that, because in all day long
We would put it
they
in
would
our
run out of it.
suitcase.
I still carry it around with me, so it's not a problem
bottle?
for me. I just keep
Dude,
it.
so
It's in my backpack.
What did we?
It's in there with
So
the ketchup.
we ordered Thai food the other night, and it was
He
great.
put it on Thai food.
I mixed it into Thai
course,
food. What are you
yes.
talking about?
And then
Yes.
he just, this is what he always says after he mixes it into a new thing, whatever rando thing he puts it in. Like
Everything. There's no random.
vegetable
Hot
soup.
cocoa.
Vegetable soup.
I do.
He says it just elevates the taste of anything I put it in. That's what you told
They
me.
should actually be their ad. Truff, elevate.
I think Truff should help me cater my sister's shower at our house.
That's a good idea.
What a whore.
So he can
What a
still
whore she
eat
is.
it, and I am too tired to make food.
This cake is so
Just so we have now.
Spicy.
So since they,
He would put it on.
so since we found out about Truff. I have gone through 4 bottles of it at the
No,
house.
more than
I
that.
put
No
it
way.
on everything. The
I actually
mayonnaise.
said to
The
you,
mayonnaise.
Okay, hold on. I actually said to you the other day
crap.
because you were like, "We're out of the white one because we keep
the pasta sauce. I got
pasta
I'm almost through
sauce.
2
we
bottles
keep
of it.
the white truffle, the black truffle, and the hotter truff. We keep all three in the fridge because he burns through them. And he actually told me the other day, he said, I'm out of the white one. Do we have any more of the white one? And I said, I just put that in there last week. And he goes, yeah, I know. I'm out of it. I'm like, holy shit.
French fries.
Now the mayonnaise.
We're just working on adding a solid to the truff sauce.
I know, you don't have to.
Here's the thing. So we get the mayonnaise. They send us the mayonnaise.
There's a black truffle mayonnaise, and then there's a hotter with the red cap.
So I don't, mayonnaise is mayonnaise. It doesn't have, regular mayonnaise is just bleh.
You don't eat mayonnaise. We don't keep mayonnaise in the house.
We don't buy mayonnaise. Truff mayonnaise? I'm almost done with the bottle of the hot. So what I
love the black one.
I also like. So you want to change a sandwich? You want to get like a turkey sandwich with cheese and put some? Holy crap, guys! I rarely get like this. She mocks me all the time at the house. I rarely get like this about any product. I like all the stuff we use. Truff hot sauce, when it comes to eating, makes every okay. Yeah, like he just closed his eyes. You just went like this.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah, you just went, It's the best stuff I've ever had. Best hot sauce I've ever had.
So the spicy truffle mayo is not hot. It, to me, tastes like an aioli you would get in a restaurant with sweet potato fries.
And on French fries,
awesome sweet potato fries. Yeah. And then the black one, I love. That's my favorite. They're both awesome, but the black one, it's just got black truffle and on French fries. So stupid. So also there's two kinds of pasta sauce now. It's the black truffle pomodoro and the black truffle arrabbiata. That's spicy. Arrabbiata. That one gets hot. That one builds on you, right? Have you tried those? No. Oh,
I'm thinking about it.
He's gone through those pasta
You
sauce.
can eat those with a spoon. You don't need anything.
I'm not. I have to watch myself though. I feel like I can't eat. Yeah.
We talk about it offline.
Yeah,
that's how.
So
we don't even.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not getting.
When we're not even doing an ad for him, we're like, dude, did you try? Pasta sauce was awesome. I know.
We talked
Did you hear
about
the news?
him.
But did you talk about?
We talked about him 2 weeks ago on the podcast. The last time we were here, and they didn't have an ad. We just talked about them because you both are obsessed.
It's good. Finish it. You let them know how they get it.
It comes in killer packaging too. It's like Apple boxes. Apple.
Yeah, she actually said that. She goes, I don't want to throw this box away. It's too nice.
I know. I want to re-gift it.
You get 15% off site-wide off of anything, plus free shipping if you use promo code Titus at truff.com. That's 15% off plus free shipping on everything on the site. Visit TRUFF as in fantastic.com. Promo code Titus.
Oprah likes it. That's all we need to say.
That's one of Oprah's favorite things 2 years in a row. It's vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO, so that's pretty awesome, too. Yeah, you guys are a wreck, both of you. You're like...
I'm not a wreck. I just found what I like. I'm not a wreck. And by the way, and I don't
take
need,
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring it on.
I don't need to detox off it. It's awesome.
It's true. It's awesome. A healthy addiction.
Yes.
Carry on. Matt Gaetz.
Matt Gaetz. Did we finish it yet?
We did, but we can go back to it.
You know, you always look at his face and you just can't put a finger on what's wrong with it. And then you hear this news and you go, oh yeah.
Here's the thing. That's said this too. You always... It's not surprising that he's a scumbag.
Yes.
As you hear him talk, and
he's
what he says,
rapey bro looking dude.
He's a rapey bro asswipe. And so here's the weird thing I found out this week, and it made me nuts. I was on Twitter for a couple hours, and it made me nuts. I started researching something that's just a waste of time, but it freaked me out.
You were obsessed.
Jim Jordan. Okay, so Matt Gaetz, how tall do you think he is?
How tall? 5'11", let's say.
5'7".
Wow!
But he's got that giant head,
plus the
hair.
Including the hair and the head.
Yeah. He lists his own height as 5'7". So there's a picture of him standing next to Jim Jordan, and Jim Jordan is this much or more shorter than him. And I look up Jim. I'm like, what is going on? Because I thought Jim Jordan was a big wrestler dude. I thought he was a big dude. Mm-hmm. He's 5'3", 160. Holy
shit! No way.
I'm like, how does
that's a child?
5'3". You're a fourth grader. What I didn't understand is I kept thinking. So it explains.
No offense to anyone who's 5'3".
No. Prince was 5'1". That's the thing. Someone said that you can't make fun of someone's stature. I go. Patton Oswalt is a giant.
Yeah.
Prince was 5'1". These are badasses.
First, you have to find them.
If you're an asshole, and you're a bully all the time. I get maybe you were bullied. He's 5'3", 160 and a dick, dude. Calm it, bring it down.
Makes no sense.
I'm not making fun of your statue height. I'm making fun of your statue and your soul. You gotta. I mean, his height is 5'3", his soul is 4'8", if that. And
so it was definitely little penis. So there you go.
In his social media, he is listed. There's a weird site called QAnon or something like that, QUAR something, and it says, or Garanon, and it says Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan is a stout muscular, and he's about 6 feet tall.
They meant stump.
And he's got a lot of energy and built like a real man. And I'm like, what is this site?
What?
Yeah, dude, it's the weirdest site.
It was weird.
He claims to be 5'8" or 6 feet. Dude, if you're 5'8" or 6 feet. I just want to say, we've seen you standing next to shit.
Right. We have a gauge of
vision. We have vision. Like we have vision, bro. And it comes to me, if you can't admit your factual height, how the hell can I trust you to be a leader of anything in this nation? If you can't admit...
You obviously have a lot of stuff going on inside that you need to deal with.
Right. Your factual height...
Also, fun party game, thanks to Shauna. Measure yourselves next time you have a few drinks.
Yeah, don't do this. This is
because you're shrinking already and you don't know it.
Yeah,
it's really depressing.
I was 6'2.5". I am now 6'1.5", almost 6'2". Six.
It's really depressing.
I lost a little bit. Well, it's good. Well, we
need a teeter hang up.
I just think eventually enough time on Earth, it just fucking grinds you down to all that's left.
Yes.
So maybe he's just old. He was
never
6 feet, and then he just quickly
in college, his wrestling. This is what happened. Is I start kind of getting weird on Twitter. Like I said, I don't know why this is making as because there's a picture of him and Matt Gaetz is here and Jim Jordan is down here. I'm like. And
Matt Gaetz is small.
They're both. Matt Gaetz is 5'7". I was like, but Matt Gaetz at least is ballsy enough to go, yeah, I'm 5'7". Okay. But Jim Jordan was lying about it, and I started. And so if someone goes, I looked up his wrestling stats from college, not from junior high.
He spent a lot of time on this.
Not from junior high, from college. He's 6'3", 160. Oh. And you go, oh, now I get why he's always yelling like a chihuahua.
Right.
Now he's that
That's
guy.
It.
Yes, honey. Listen, if you man up, you're 5'3". Okay, no one gives a shit.
Besides WWF, are there tall wrestlers? I thought like wrestlers were like jockeys.
Yeah.
Aren't they all kind of stocky and
the real life ones?
The real ones, not the acting ones.
I don't know. Let's find out.
They're like horse jockeys.
I'm just saying, if you can't admit, listen, I can respect a guy that can go, yeah, I'm 5'3", so what? I'm still a badass.
Yeah.
A guy that goes, I'm 6 feet. Dude, that's a 7-inch discrepancy. Again,
I can see you, and I'm looking down.
Exactly.
I don't know, but when I put in average height of a wrestler, I now have a new fact to share with you.
Yep.
Sumo wrestlers are required to be at least 5'8". Some aspiring sumo athletes have silicone implants added to the tops of their heads to reach the necessary height.
Oh, my God.
Can't you just eat your way?
That's what happened to Matt Gaetz. That's
it's
why.
An implant.
Yeah, it's an implant.
Just get an implant, Jim. He's like, Jim, I got a guy.
Jim Jordan has this 7-inch bump on the top of his skull. I'm 6 feet. Shut up.
My dad wrestled all through college. He was on a scholarship for 5 years and
then
got sent to Vietnam. Yeah. My dad was a little over 6 feet. Now he's not.
Can you imagine, like, just to be a sumo wrestler, you had a silicone implant on the top of your skull?
How would you? That skin is so tight. They would just have to sew the boob to the top.
Yeah, but there's
a
lot of extra. You could just like.
How are you just gonna?
It's a skin comb over.
A skull breast implant. You just feel it, just a nipple on top.
How would you?
I don't understand.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I don't understand. Yeah, sometimes I don't like when you go searching for things because then we have a whole new chapter to the podcast.
Sumo wrestling in general, that's a sport I just don't understand that.
No, guys yell bam, bam, and then throw the guy out and you're the point.
And that's it. Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Be giant.
I guess people actually. Okay. There's a whole website called Conehead Sumo Wrestlers, so you can go and see. Holy shite. Okay, I guess only people they're showing are Asian. There's a woman who didn't want a lower forehead, a lower hairline, so she had a look. They cut your skull open, lift it up.
Your skin.
It's a ring of silicone. They slide it in and then flap the skin. Yes.
Why are they using silicone? There's enough, of your own matter.
And there's also
They absorb you because
a woman
fat. That's not
who got a heart-shaped forehead implant right here. So that's a thing. It looks like a heart under the skin.
Oh, that's lovely.
You know what?
Attractive.
Patton Oswalt said it once of it. Just because you can don't mean you should. Like, what is it? What is wrong? How damaged are we in our souls? Some people that they have to do this. Yeah. When I talked to the guy that did my penis implant, I was like, bro, people just don't have an insight.
Yeah, but you don't have also a hubcap that's like a fucking. Yeah, I like cars, so I want to.
So I'm cheap. It's a frisbee. Whammo did this. It's a small frisbee. I've got a silicone yarmulke inside my head now, so I don't have to wear the hat.
I wanted my head more roundish. So
that's what people are doing. They're changing the shape of their forehead and their
amazing.
heads. But you do see in some of the famous sumo wrestlers that it looks like they always wear their hair kind of like crazy, spiked up. It's because that implant peaks so that their height is. Because if you did it all the way around, it would make my head this much taller, right?
Listen,
so instead, they make it peak in the center, so your hair.
That is
so you don't Frankenstein it.
Yeah.
You don't want to squirt it out.
No.
I would totally Frankenstein it and then bolt. I mean, like,
all the way.
I'm like, if I'm putting an implant in my skull, this is going to be a shape of something.
It just peaks high enough to hit the ruler in the right place.
I would go square like a pyramid. I would go, if you're going to do some crazy shit, crazy
go
shit.
square. Just go crazy. Just
a full bink. That'd be awesome.
People are insane. I'm just saying.
Can that be your next?
Listen.
What do you want? A sketch?
No, I was going to say.
I used to be
5'3",
5'3", and when I got my
we all did.
shins
My
sawed
next
and it
album
had the 2 inches added to my height, I would talk to the doctor and go, why do people do this? I mean, I need to be taller. I don't understand.
Well, little people will do that to get. To extend their height a little bit, and it's brutally painful. I mean, I can't imagine.
And it takes forever. Well, they basically cut your legs, then they space them, and they put bolts through it, and it grows back together. Bone grows. Then, if you want taller, they do it again.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
pain.
Yeah.
Just get some platform shoes and call
there
it
you
a day.
go. Yeah, go try them.
Just love
kitten
yourself.
heels.
That's my recommendation.
Love
Love
yourself
because everyone else is going to put you down and be nasty. You might as well be the one person that's kind to yourself.
Right.
Look, you know how many times have you banged your head into, you name it, every other day?
No, I see the
cabinets.
I see the practical aspect of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Airplanes, much more comfortable. How many times are your knees going to be hitting the front
bam,
seat?
sorry, dude. I'm good.
I thought you meant the head implant. If you banged your head and then it popped.
Oh, no, I'm talking about height.
And then your forehead
Be
flapped
small.
forward.
Oh, I hit my head. Oh, God. Yeah, by the way, be small.
Be small.
Like, I would love to be
I think I'd prefer
I'd
it.
also like to be able to her to travel with me in a suitcase. I mean, I'm good. I got there. You're right. There's upsides to being tiny.
Titus in my pocket.
They make the rolling ones now.
There's Elf on the shelf and there's Titus on the cabinet.
So we have the above our stove. There's this metal thing in it for both of us because we're both 6 feet.
Anywhere we have ever lived, the hood is always we're like this over the hood.
Yeah, but please round the corners off on the hood because I drilled a hole in my skull one day. I was looking for something. Bang. Oh, and the pain is so soul crushing. It's like down your spine into my soul. It's horrible.
How many car roofs is your head just sitting up against?
Right.
And
also, then you could be a criminal because when you get shoved into the police car, you're not going to get banged. Right.
They don't have to put their hand on your head.
Just saying.
You just jump in.
Exactly. Just hop in.
Roll in.
Here, I'm going to boost you. I'm going to give you a booster.
I have nothing to do with this part of the conversation other than to say love yourself.
I agree with that. That's the thing about Jim Jordan. He's such a jerk and such a judgmental person to everybody else.
Because he doesn't love himself.
I know, but
we can solve the world's problems.
Well, Just love yourself. As Prince said, be beautiful. You are beautiful, loved, and blessed.
Yes. Which you called me today to say, which was very sweet. If
Didn't call me to say that.
That was Groucho snoring.
His little nose is twitching too. If everyone did love themselves, people wouldn't be doing all the dumb shit that they're doing, because so much, like Donald Trump wouldn't exist. There would not be the guy that we
Putin.
know. Or it's this little man syndrome, insecurity, small penis,
Napoleon complex.
whatever you're unhappy
How tall
about.
is Putin, by the way?
I thought he was like
He's
5'11",
8'9".
but we're not going to find
That's what it says
it.
Yeah. Well,
we're not going to find out the truth.
If you go to Putin website,
Wait, we have a picture of him.
he is
with,
the largest man ever to exist on
Let's
the
see.
planet Earth. Putin is 8'2".
Just one peck. One peck is 8 feet.
Exactly.
Oh.
My chest is
5'6".
Oh, well, I think we've just explained Vladimir
All
Putin.
wars.
And you know
Russia.
he's lied about his height repeatedly. That's the lie. That's the highest he could lie. Because you've seen that picture of him with Obama, and Obama is what?
your mic. If you can rotate your.
Oh,
there you go.
shite.
Yeah, Obama's actually over him.
Obama is looking down at him
Yeah.
like this. How tall is Obama? 6'2" or something?
No, I think Obama's 5'11", 6 feet. I think Obama's like 6 feet.
Are you sure?
But that also explains why Obama's calm.
Right.
By the way,
Big dog.
guys, just
6'2".
because he's 6'2", wow.
Yeah, he's a long dude. He's doing a podcast with Bruce Springsteen.
It's awesome.
And it's really good. You guys should check it out. They're just hanging out. They're boys, they're buddies, and they're hanging out in Bruce Springsteen's studio.
But they're nailing stuff down. Like there's a lot of stuff about how it's kind of the thread of it. I find as we've been listening to it on our trips is that the thread is how America got where we are now, and that's what they reminded me when they were talking. Bruce was saying, "Yeah, man, when I grew up, man, we didn't care about what you owned. You didn't want Versace or nothing." And it was a good point because we've all become these narcissistic Kim Kardashian assholes that need to have. It's not good enough to have a car. You have to have a certain kind of car.
Right.
It's not good enough to have. A T-shirt. You have to have a $50 affliction T-shirt that's got a saying that
But
you don't
did
believe
that
in anyway.
change in society, or is he saying that because when I was little, I didn't think about that stuff either? Is it because he got older, or is it because society changed?
That's what they were talking about. They were talking about we became such a consumer society to the point of this TV, that phone. I mean the phone. I mean, you got the new iPhone. It's the new iPhone.
That's been amplified by social media.
So, because literally, even I did it. Someone said, "I know, I still got my iPhone. I still got my iPhone 4."
Oh, you use kerosene to run that?
And I'm like, "Whoa, bro, iPhone 4,
Yeah, wow.
man, the Eli Whitney version, jeez." And I realized, oh, I'm a dick. That's good. It's
got a cord.
No, you're frugal and haven't spent $4,000 over the last 6 years
or
on
you
telephones.
just don't give a shit because your phone still
Exactly,
works.
your phone works.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I love about my buddy Stuntman Tommy. Stuntman Tommy had a flip phone until it broke in half.
He did.
Until he opened it one day and went, psh, and he was like, I guess I need a new phone.
No, maybe I can tape it. My sister had a phone that she held together with a broccoli rubber band forever. And we were in a nice place one time in a jewelry store. We still talk about this.
Wait, explain broccoli rubber band. It's when
those big blue fat
Yes.
that come on broccoli.
Oh, the thick. Yeah, I got it.
They put broccoli together so you can buy a whole stock of broccoli.
And so I don't know if that's where she got it, but I'm assuming. And we were in a jewelry store. I think my mom was getting married. And it was a really nice place. And the sales associate was really snooty and hoity-toity. Shay and I still joke about this. And Shay's phone rings. And we're standing at the counter. And Shay starts to reach into her purse. And I just went, like that, because I didn't want her to pull the phone out with the broccoli rubber band on
Out
it.
comes the broccoli.
By the way, there's a whole backstory. If you have a broccoli rubber band around your phone, that means the way you live, when you get broccoli, you have a drawer where you put broccoli rubber bands for later because they're quite sturdy.
Or the
They're
phone
sturdy.
broke at the same time she was making broccoli.
Or she just happened to be in the store. That would work.
Don't you have a junk drawer full of like little odds and
yes.
ends from
Every house we've ever had, and
twist ties, and I'll need that later.
The drawer will no longer open or shut.
Then
Yes.
we
If
clean
you
it
open
out,
it, it blows stuff out the back, and then you have to dig
Yes.
it out. Or
I'm always so proud when I clean the junk drawer
At the
too, and all of a
cabinets,
sudden it's nice, little neat stacks. Everything fits, and then a week later,
and then three. Yeah.
and all I think is I can put the extra pennies in there. I go, there's room now.
There's all the old phones and the old phone
we
batteries.
do in there.
I have 3 old phones. Oh,
My grandma always calls me, "You got an old iPhone? When you moved on, you got an iPhone I can use." So she's using my
And hand-me-downs, good.
10,
Yeah.
I think. But she'll always go, what number is it? Because she doesn't want the old one. She wants.
But that's what I'm
it
saying.
needs to be 9 or above.
So that's what Springsteen was talking about, and they were talking about it has made us less than. We are no longer happy. Like I was talking about this yesterday. In the 50s, unions were strong. People had money. They had a decent house with their family, and then they had, they had on the weekends they went boating or whatever they did. And that changed to now. I mean, Garcetti, people in California, man. You say what you will about California, but in Los Angeles right now, our mayor is so crap. We have these homeless camps all over the place in the weirdest places, and there's no help. There's nothing to help, and our mayor is by far the worst mayor. And Gavin Newsom's going to get recalled, I guess.
He is getting recalled, and what does that mean? Does he get recalled first, and then they hold an election?
Replacement parts?
Does he get recalled? Yeah, and they are bringing in a replacement, and then with someone's name attached.
I don't know, but by the way, he's got some heat coming because we heard that Caitlyn Jenner is actually has an exploratory committee to actually run for governor.
Oh boy!
I just
when did we stop needing experience and training and education to run parts of our government? When did that happen?
The fifth biggest economy on the planet. Caitlyn Jenner, I'm sorry. Let's say she hadn't even changed. I'm not even talking Bruce Jenner, governor of California.
Even when it was Bruce.
Right.
Okay.
There's nothing to do with any.
Right off the Wheaties box would have been still.
Really? The guy, the Catalan guy? No. I don't.
Not in those shorts, buddy.
I might as well run.
Didn't everybody think that about Ronald Reagan?
Yeah, it was made. I remember comics. So I hadn't started comedy, but I was into comedy, and comics only did jokes about, because he did movies, Bedtime with Bonzo. He did all those monkey movies, and people just railed on Reagan when he was running for president. Now I will say this: he was the head of the Screen Actors Guild when it was a real strong union, so he had some managerial experience. I don't know if he did well in California or not. I don't know the record of it, but he was a decent governor, I guess.
I heard Matthew McConaughey is
Texas.
looking for
I did hear that too.
So we have now Kim Kardashian became an official billionaire on Forbes yesterday. I still don't know what she does. I still don't know.
She's an influencer.
And
is that it?
She's going to run for governor in New Jersey?
She has some companies. She's got, I think she started skincare or makeup or something.
Is Kanye okay? We haven't heard anything since they announced their divorce. Is Kanye okay?
Oh.
I don't know.
Check it.
And by the way,
no is the answer to that.
No, but I care. I care. Mom was mentally ill, and I care. I don't care to make fun of Kanye.
Kanye West documentary, 21 years in the making, sells to Netflix for $30 million.
Oh, so he's good. He's fine.
Okay.
He's 5'8". Just wanted you to know that.
Look good. He's one of the most talented human beings musically crazy shit, but that's happened repeatedly. Again, people, if you're short, I'm not making fun of you at all because you're probably a nice person. The only people I make fun of are the people who lie about it. If you can't lie, he's listed as 6. Jim Jordan is listed as 6 feet on numerous websites. Do you know how
he spent hours on this?
Do you know how hard you have to lie? I just couldn't believe it. That's not a man.
Think of all the profiles he had to make to change it.
And how many scrubs he had to do to get the 6'3" gone. We had to go to his college records. I'm telling you, you're not a man if you can't face your factual height. You're not a man. You got no balls. You're who really, dude? Really? It's that guy we all know that would lie about. Yeah, man, I got a girlfriend in Canada. No, you don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Matt Gaetz really does, but she's 12.
Oh my God.
Allegedly. See how he's always cover us legally?
I wonder if there is a qualification for how long you pause until you say allegedly. Right? Like if it's 10 seconds or
so
more.
So when you edit, just tighten that.
I said it like a month later. So.
To make it legal, if you don't mind.
Chauvin trials going on. Yep. It looks like it's not going well. I don't know what the defense is doing. You have a legal mind.
For him, you mean? Or for the prosecution?
I don't think it's going well for Chauvin at all. Do you?
Really? That's so surprising. You know, what with the 10-minute long video of him murdering the guy while looking kind of cocky with his hands in his pockets.
And the
It's
entire
really
country kind of being...
But here's
sending
the thing.
us into an absolute uproar because it was that horrible.
But here's the thing. The cops in the Rodney King trial got off. I mean, OJ got off.
yeah,
It
but
doesn't-
people like black people a lot more now, babe.
Wow.
If you haven't noticed.
Wow, that's yeah.
Do you see what I mean? How effed up it is, though? It's like how much time has to pass for black people where certain things are no longer okay. They're not okay for white people. The place would already be burned down if
He'd
that
already be in jail.
happened to a white guy.
He would have pled. It'd be over.
And now you have, and what you're really starting to see, and the reason why the tide is turning is because white people are standing up with black people and saying, this is not okay. You know, for so long, we had black people saying it's not okay, and white people were like, I'm rich, bitch. I love my life, you know, whatever.
No, white people were even worse than that. They were like, oh, that's so sad.
Or
And
it,
that was
Or
it.
I don't know about
or it's
that.
not
you're-
happening.
right.
Yeah,
You're
I've
embellishing
heard
this.
that so many times. There's no
There's
racism.
no
way.
racism.
It's a dog whistle. There's no racism.
I want to clarify one more thing too. When I went after Gutfeld today, you said Republicans aren't funny. Honestly, one of the funniest people I've ever hung out with is Adam Carolla. He's like literally off the cuff one of the funniest people I know. The reason I honestly don't do Adam's show anymore is because he said something about black crime that's not a fact. And he was like, no, it's bullshit. Well, you know, black crime's way worse than white crime. And I was like, no, it's actually not percentage-wise per capita. And so he is he's conservative, but he's really funny. I'm not saying all conservatives aren't funny.
Well, that's what I said. There's going to be outliers, but we just don't see that a lot in comedy, in the business, when you see up-and-coming acts or when we're working or you're on a lineup show. You don't see that a lot.
Well, even like in the Armageddon update, you have to be open to go after everybody, and that's where Gutfeld blew it. Like in the Armageddon update, we did a thing where, and it was your pitch, by the way. I was talking about the government's going to control you, and she was like, they can't walk, and she goes, and then she said Trump walking down the ramp and Biden falling down the stairs. Valid point.
And it's a
It's going to
bipartisan
be funny.
joke. It's
Right.
what we tried to do with the Titus and Bradley show. Certainly how, you know, the way we lean shines through, but we did not just the woke lawyer ad, we did the insurrection lawyer ad. Well, he wasn't a redneck, but he was looking to represent rednecks.
Right.
He was a New Jersey slick
Yeah. I don't
pinky
even know.
ring.
I've never looked like that before.
It was awesome.
Weird look.
You walked out and he was like, "Whoa, okay." So we did try and do both sides and make fun of all of it. So
Guys, do me a favor. Go to ChristopherTitus.com if you want any DVDs of my shows or see what we're doing next. There's 3 things coming up that will be out there for purchase pretty soon. Alpha Chick will be up on the website. Is it up now?
no, not yet.
no.
It's not going up quite yet.
Not
It's
quite, because so soon. Also, Carrying Monsters, my COVID special will be up because I'm writing a new show in 3 weeks on the 24th. I'll double check the date. I'm going to double check the date on that. On the 24th of April, I'll be breaking in an entirely new show. Right now, it's tentatively titled 2021, my favorite year, based on the old, so Saturday the 24th. Saturday the 24th. We'll be doing it. So get your tickets on that. That'll be up in the next couple of days. Also, the Titus and Bradley show, which I have to tell both of you guys, it is so hard to do anything funny and get it right. And every sketch was funny. And I'm not talking from me. You guys were awesome. You busted your ass. We all busted our ass hard. And it was great. And I apologize for any grumpiness. And you guys should apologize too.
Okay, sorry?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. See?
I don't think that's how.
That's not how it works?
I don't think so.
You were
I
grumpy.
think it was...
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just what? Sorry.
Thank you. Say good. I got apologies from both of them. That's awesome. But Titus and Bradley, it's almost 90 minutes. We're going to edit down a little bit. Almost 90 minutes. I mean, some of the bits are just awesome. Like honestly, I have to be honest. For us, just throwing it together and writing all what we wrote, it took us about 2 weeks. Some of the stuff was SNL level at least.
Yeah.
You guys have anything to say about it?
No.
Say it. Yes, you got talk. What did you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I really did. I was blown away, especially given we didn't spend 2 weeks on it, and it's impossible what we pulled off. I was really not surprised, but I was very pleased. It's hard as a performer to be happy with something, and just sketch after sketch, I was just like, that was so awesome. It was really, really, really good. It was more fun in hindsight than it was during.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And so we would, and if we do another one, we will make sure that we have a little more time. That was it. And I won't almost die on a ridge trying to be funny.
Okay.
60 mile an hour winds, snow blowing around, and I'm trying to read scripts and being funny. Oh, you were awesome. Got to wrap it up. All right. By the way, guys,
just telling me
if you want to watch till COVID's finally over and we're back to normal and everything's open up, all my specials are free on Christopher Titus TV. Plus, you can see everything else we've done, all the Armageddon updates, and the podcast. Go to Christopher Titus TV. If you want to see anything for Ray, go to rachelbradley.com.
Comedy. Rachel Bradley Comedy.
Right, .com. And we will have up very soon Ken, we wrote a song, and Ken did the music called Wear Your Mask, which is awesome.
It was really,
dude, it's
really
stunning.
good. My sister told me on the phone, she goes, he should go into music. I was like,
I know, we laughed. We laughed very hard.
That's what he does, Shay. She goes, oh, that makes so much sense then. She
nice
loved it. She wants a copy of it. Everybody wants a copy of it. I do too.
Well, you'll be able
we'll
to
put it out.
You'll put it out so you can have it. I mean, I don't think we're going to sell it to...
Yeah, I got it with my ketchup packets.
Yay.
Got a new song and ketchup.
Keep watching the shows. Thanks for the year with COVID, guys. For myself, Bombshell Ray, and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
What do you got?
Oh,
Come on, what do you
You
got?
go today.
Oh, God. I would even go. I would do...
When you have...
Bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
Like me, only one Highlander. Only one Highlander. Titus Bobcast. Bombshell Ray.